So this is the Q&A on how to wrap knees. We start above the knee into the outside. Go around above where the squat is to secure it. Then go down behind the knee. Secure it around below the knee. And then spiral it. Try to get as much material as you can behind the knee. And at the end, we tie it into a knot. Let go. And that makes it really easy when you're done squatting. As soon as you untie that knot, the knee wrap will easily unravel when it comes out.
Alright, the question is about cutting fat while maintaining strength. I don't know if it's necessarily possible to maintain all of your strength, but if you do it incrementally, you know, you can retain most of it. I've cut one weight class over the past 4 months or so, and pretty much all I've done is, my calorie intake's probably been about the same, but I've switched to a lot more protein. There have been some instances like where instead of one whole burrito from Chipotle, I just have half of one and save the rest for later. But then I've also incorporated 1 to 2 days of running or CrossFit in just for some extra cardio on non-gym days. Really, you know, I think just more your calories from protein and moving more is the way to do it.
Questions about glute development? Basically, squat. Sit back in your squats real hard, go off the box. There's a lot of glute activation drills you can do. We do glute activation drills off of a below parallel box. You sit back as far as possible and then stand up. It's kind of, I mean, this is off a bench, but it's kind of like this. You just get a real wide stance. You just get a real wide stance. You sit back really far and then stand up and get your glutes forward off the box as fast as possible. And that, yeah, it kind of looks like you're having sex, but you just get that activates your glutes into the lift. Other things we do as far as like accessories, GHR works, reverse hyper works, kettlebell swings. We do those unilateral one leg kettlebell stiff leg deadlifts. Sumo stiff leg deadlifts work real well. Basically anything where you're doing a lot of hip extension and flexion.
Okay, this question is about DE weight. How do you know where to increase it? I think people get too hung up in percentages. If you go to like Westside and ask any of those guys, they couldn't even tell you what percent they use really. The key is to make sure the bar moves fast. If it feels like it's not challenging enough, then you can add weight. Like I would try adding 5s or maybe 10s depending on what your strength level is. And if the bar gets too slow, you need to go lighter. The key is if you have a video camera, you can video yourself, or if you have someone with you who's a good coach, they should just be able to watch your bar speed. But it's all based on bar speed. If your bar speed drops, go lighter. If your bar speed is really fast, it feels easy, you can go a little heavier. Okay.
Question is, are dips bad for your shoulders? I absolutely cannot do dips. I think they're awful lift. They put your shoulders in a very bad position, requiring a ton of shoulder rotation, and usually you do them under load. So no, definitely I think dips are a bad movement. So this year, my previous best total was last December, 1840. This year I've had some struggles putting together numbers at a meet, so my total's only gone up to 1873. That's a 33-pound increase.
In March of this year, I totaled 1810, and then in October I totaled 1940, so that was 130 pounds and 7 weights.
The meet last December where I met Marcus and Bill, I totaled 755. USPF Nationals, I totaled 826, so like 71 pounds on my total in the 132s, and like 150 pounds on my total in the 123s.